The unexamined life is not worth living, proposes Socrates. I want to talk to you about this concept, and I want you to sit with this idea. What does it mean to you when you hear that? When you hear those words, the unexamined life is not worth living. Uh, and you could look at that from any perspective. Like, can you look at, like, are you examining how you're living your life day to day, moment to moment? How you spending your time? So it could be looked at in many areas of life. But what I want to explore with you today is your thoughts, your mind. As you might heard of another saying that says, once you change the way you see the world around you changes. So have you examined how you see the world around you? Have you examined your mind? They say each day, on a 24-hour spend, we have between 50 and 60,000 thoughts. And 95 to 99% of those thoughts are exactly the same as the day before. So if you're spending so much time thinking about the exact same thing every day, have you spent time examining it? Have you spent time exploring your thoughts, your beliefs, your ideas? And if you have not, maybe you're not living the life that you want, or that you know deep down that you could be living. Have you and then you could take it down into sections. Have you explored your thoughts around money? Have you explored your thoughts around relationship? Have you explored your thoughts around sex and intimacy and politics and wars and um, health? Any one area of your life, you have so many thoughts and beliefs and ideas and concepts. How many of those you've sat down and you've looked at? So I'll give you one example of how me having one thought, one belief, to fuck up my life in a major way, and how me changing, or if not, it's not even about changing. I'm not asking you to replace one belief with another belief. The statement here is examine, explore, question, inquire. Is this true? Does it have to be true? Does it not have to be true? What if it wasn't true? What if you believed something else? What would your life be like? You know, a lot of people say, find someone you inspire to be like and embody their qualities. So what thoughts do those people have? So one thought that I had is around relationships. I had the thought that it takes two to tango, and I didn't stop to examine that. That caused me a lot of suffering in my life, because with my wife, I showed up consistently like, well, I I think I'm showing up. I'm here every day. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm trying to provide for us. I'm trying to do everything that I can. And then I'm met from her that she's not meeting me there. She's not dancing with me. So it's like, fuck. Another belief under that belief was like, well, only if she can dance with me, only if she can learn to be a better tango dancer, or only if she comes and dance with me in the first place. So I had all these beliefs that caused me a lot of suffering. And then something happened. A friend of mine who also was struggling with his marriage proposed the idea to me that he start listening to this guy, and this guy was saying that it doesn't take two to tango. It doesn't take two to transform a relationship. Only one person can absolutely transform a marriage. I was like, well, that's a new thought. That's a new belief. I don't know that I can agree with that. So this is where I got challenged. My belief, my thought got challenged. So then I start asking more questions. Well, could that be true? And and again, is it true? I don't know if it's true. Again, question that as well. Question everything, examine everything, and find out what works, what doesn't. Uh, what the one thing that's persistent is reality. Nothing is more persistent than the easiness of this moment. And in this moment, if you're experiencing your wife or your partner or a husband or child or brother or sister or mother or father or friend or coworker or boss as not cooperative, then that's your reality. And that is what it is. Well, the only thing you have any control over or any power over is your thoughts and your beliefs around the situation. And can you explore that? And can you have flexibility around that? Can you have different ideas, different beliefs around that? And I'm inviting you to question everything. So, whether the belief that it takes two to tango, or one to tango, or one to transform a relationship, which belief gives me more power? Which beliefs gives me more option? Which belief gives me more flexibility? Which belief makes me feel better? If it's the belief that it takes two to tango gives you more power and more empowerment and more freedom and more flexibility and more joy in your life, then keep that thought. You know that you can just let go of thoughts. But as we explore these, as we examine our lives, as we examine our thoughts, as we examine our beliefs, we loosen the grip on them. Like when I start asking the question, was that true? What if that wasn't true? My buddy's saying that this is not true. And he starts showing up and doing what this guy's saying. His marriage transformed. So now I have evidence that someone else proving me wrong. But can we do that about everything? You have a belief, say something you believe strongly. This is how it is, or this is how people are, or this is how my wife is, this is how my child is. This is how the world is. This is how politicians are. Is that true? Could it be another way? And the moment you start asking this, you almost start to why you feel like your brain is rewiring itself, and you start asking um, new, you starting to literally create new neural pathways in your brain, which creates new possibilities, which creates new opportunities, which creates a new future, which creates a life that it's more diverse at the very least. So that's kind of what I'm imparting you, just to really examine your thinking, examine your thoughts, examine your life. So now I no longer believe it takes two to tango. I believe that the only thing I have any hope of changing or having any say on how it goes, I have any control, is over myself, over my thoughts, over my body, over over this life. I could choose what to put in my body, from water, food, beverage, to thoughts, ideas, and beliefs, and everything in between. I could choose. This is what the beauty of being a human is. We have these capabilities. We have this consciousness where we could choose how to be. I could choose to be love, or I could choose not to be love. So when I believe that my wife is the cause of my suffering because she's a bad tango dancer, I'm a hopeless little victim floating in the ocean of life, being tossed around by the waves. And there's nothing I could do about that because I cannot change her. But if I could change my belief that maybe I can do something about it, gives me a sense. Another saying that you might have heard: you are responsible for your life. You're responsible for everything that happens in your universe. And that is the best news that anyone has ever given you, because you can do something about that. And there's very little we could do about what's happening in the world. But as if you change yourself, your world will change. I'll leave you with that. Thank you for listening.